Hi there and welcome to the Lois Strachan YouTube channel. I'm Lois and today this is another in the behind the scenes videos, this time talking about the writing of the Adventures of Missy Mouse, my illustrated children's book series about a blind mouse named Missy Mouse who uses her other senses to navigate the world around her. As I've said in other videos, there were 4 books in the series and the illustrator is Colleen Gomez. And Colleen did a huge amount of work to make the characters real and for me as a blind person. And in another video I've described how she took the illustrations and went around those with a glue gun and metallic foil so that I could feel what the illustrations looked like, and she did all 4 books that way. But when we completed each book, she presented me with wooden cutouts of the 4 main characters, one at the end of each book. So I'm going to show those to you and just talk a little bit about each character as we go. So the main character in the series is Missy Mouse. And this is the cutout of Missy, and this was presented to me at the end when we finished the first book, Missy Mouse Goes to the Park. Missy, as you can see, she's a mouse with big ears, a cute little nose, and she's carrying a white cane. And this is very important in the book because she's navigating the road from her home in Brambley Close all the way to the park. And in fact, there is a little Easter egg in the Missy Mouse Goes to the Park. And the book references a 1960s song by a very popular band. And I'm not going to tell you what that song is, but if you can work it out when you read the book, please let me know what you think it is, and I'll tell you if you are right. So that is Missy Mouse, the main character in the series, and that was presented to me at the end of the first book. So I'm now going to move that across, and my husband is going to just take that out of the shot. The second character that we showcase in this video came at the end of the second book, Missy Mouse Goes to the Doctor, and this is her best friend, Mistress Kit. Let me just bring Mistress Kit into scene. Mistress Kit is a grey cat, and she is based on my kitten, or my cats at the time, who was a grey with white markings named Spindry. And there's a long story behind her name, which I'm not going to share with you in this video. But if you want to know, ask me in the comments. So here's Mistress Kit, and she has some flowers with her. She's a very stylish cat. And you'll notice that the characters are all standing on 2 legs, more like a human than like a cat. And that's because while they are animals in the books, they are anthropomorphized. They are represented more human-like. So that's for the second book, Missy Mouse Goes to the Doctor, where Mistress Kit helps Missy to get to the doctor when Missy becomes sick. That's the second one, Mistress Kit. The third character I'm going to show you is Captain Gruffy. Captain Gruffy is the captain of the yacht, the Swan, which Missy Mouse goes on in Missy Mouse Goes Sailing, the third book in the series. Captain Gruffy was based on Colleen's dog, and he's, as his name is, he's kind of a gruff but friendly dog who takes them out sailing. And I think if I'm correct, he is shown here with a seagull on his shoulder. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Yep, I am correct. So that is Captain Gruffy from the third book, Missy Mouse Goes Sailing. And the fourth and final one of the main characters in the series who is showcased is Mickey Tat. I've just got to find where Mickey is. Here we go. And Mickey Tat is a dark cat, and he's a businessman. I think that I depicted him as a banker in the series, but I think here he may be shown with a guitar. I can't remember. Yep. Okay. So this is Mickey Tat with his beautiful long tail and his guitar, and that's within the was presented to me by Colleen at the end of the 4th book, Missy Mouse Goes on a Picnic, where all 4 characters go to the park and they have a picnic. And the 4th book describes Missy cooking all the food and preparing the food, and then she and Mistress Kit drive down to the park and they meet up with the other characters. So this was one of the ways that Colleen Gomez really made the characters real for me, so that she would know that I would not only have a physical memory of each of the books, but also I would be able to, using my fingertips, feel exactly what the characters looked like. And she's done this in a combination of the wood cutout and a glue gun, where she has highlighted certain features of the animals so that I could feel what they looked like. For those who are visually impaired, I will give a description of each of the characters in the episode description that comes out with the video on YouTube, and you'll be able to find out a little bit more about what each character looks like. So if you've got any questions, drop them into the comments. I'm always happy to share more about what you're seeing in the videos and about the stories. And yeah, otherwise, thanks so much for joining us on this video. See you next time. Bye for now.